where that could be a situation, where that could be a situation with a couple friends that you know that are struggling, button heads, or customers, and for work example, you know, co-workers, stuff like that. You know, that's what kind of opened my eyes a little bit. But let's get into some verses to like really help it out. First thing we're gonna go into is Romans 5 verse 1, I believe we're gonna go to first. It says here, you know what? I think we can go. Actually, yeah. So right here, Romans 5 verse 1 says here, therefore, since we have been declared righteous by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. So this is backing up what I was talking about. Like He's given us peace, right, through our Lord Jesus Christ, right? Like He's given us the calling to have peace, right, by faith. You know, so that kind of like, that was an eye opener too when he read that. And also this kind of comes back to, like, when we talk about conflicts, it comes back to what is the primary root for conflicts, y'all? Sin. It's sin. Whether that could be empty arguments. I forgot what verse it was that we were talking about that, right? When empty arguments lead to nothing, right? But all the conflicts refers back to sin, right? So that's another thing to think about when we're talking about peace and being a peacemaker in certain situations, right? You're feeding off more, that you're walking by the Spirit more and seeking less of that fleshly desires, right? You're trying to invite peace in that situation, and you're by inviting peace in that situation, you're inviting God in that situation. You know what I mean? And then so we're gonna skip down to what I got next is another. So to back up what I said about Romans 5 verse 1, I think what I wrote here says recognize that God makes peace possible. Yeah, so that's what that was the point I was getting to. So like, peace is only possible through God, right? And so that's where Romans 5 verse 1 came in. All right, so now we're going to skip down to Romans 5 verse 6 through 8, all right, which says here, for while we were still helpless, at the right time